We'll move on to top shelf bets, our favorite bets for Tuesday, January 11th. I'll go first. I like Chicago. They're minus 110 traveling to Columbus. We're also minus 110. The over-under for this one is 5.5. Elvis Merzlikins, questionable. We could see Joonas Korpisalo start for the Blue Jackets again. He's not very good, and that's a problem because the Jackets are giving up a ton defensively, 2.78 expected goals per hour at 5-on-5. That's the 6th worst mark in the NHL in that span. And just overall, this team is 30th in terms of expected goals against on the season, 30th in shot attempts against on the season. And when you don't have a goaltender you can trust, and even if it is Merzlikins, and considering his current form, I don't know how far you can trust, how much you can trust him either. Yeah, I know that Chicago, they're not very good either, but their defensive numbers are not terrible. We talked about it last week. They are 11th in expected goals against on the season. And if Marc-Andre Fleury does start, they do have a significant goaltending advantage in this one. And whereas they don't create enough scoring chances to be successful, they do have some high skill finishers, Alex Abrinket, Patrick Kane, players like that. So against a defense that should not be too hard to break down, I think Chicago has some value here on the road, minus 120 or better on the Blackhawks for me. Do you have anything on Chicago and Columbus before we move on to your favorite bet?
Right now I don't. I do see what you're saying. I do agree with you. What I will say though is that the Blackhawks did cancel their practice on Monday. That's something to keep an eye on. We don't know why yet they canceled, but I think we can safely assume why they canceled. So we'll just again, I'll just have to wait and see what is coming out of the Blackhawks camp on Tuesday.
Yeah, it was interesting to watch. This number actually opened plus 105 on Chicago, moved to minus 110, even despite that news. So yeah, some contrasting signals coming out of Chicago in the market right now. But yeah, as long as everything's normal, Chicago, and if not, well, God help us all. We'll move on to your favorite bet, and it features a team near and dear to your heart. So I'll let you take it away.
I will be looking at the over here. The Panthers are performing at an offensive level that we haven't seen from anyone this season, but they also give up a lot too. Now, that's concerning come playoff time, but that's not going to be a concern for us on Tuesday. Reasons for the Panthers side on the overs are obvious because their offense is insane. But while the defensive numbers for the Canucks version 2.0 here has been respectable, they haven't played a team on this level yet. So, and Carolina was in that streak, but I don't count that Carolina game because that ended up being a COVID game for the Canes, who were also on a back-to-back after game in Edmonton. So I will be on the over here for the Canucks and Panthers.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't such a long layoff, the number here on Vancouver is pretty tempting. They're plus 175 right now. That number's dipped a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if it shoots back up because when people realize that they were just off for a week plus. But you seem to be bang on with the over stuff, right? The over is 15-6-1 in Panthers games at home, 23-15-1 in Panthers games overall. They are generating the best scoring chance numbers in the NHL by quite a margin, but they are giving up 2.78 expected goals against per 60, 13.6 high danger chances per 60 in their last 10 matches. Somehow they're generating more than both of those numbers going the other way. The offense is incredible. The defense is pedestrian. Seems like a good recipe for a play on the over. And like you said, another team that, in a different way from the Flyers, but if this Panthers team doesn't improve defensively, definitely a team to maybe keep in your back pocket for fading in the come playoff time when the game tightens up. And we see it all the time with teams that are, we saw it with the Oilers last year, the Leafs last year, the Leafs the year prior. If you can't play that tight knit defensive, well-structured game in the playoffs, you're going to be found out eventually. So just keep that in mind with the Panthers as we go on the rest of the season. If this number does tick up, because you also got to remember they had a coaching change in the middle of the season because of Joel Quenneville's mishandling of the disgusting situation in Chicago. So now it's Andrew Brunette, who, he's done an all right job kind of navigating the ship. He's done a great job navigating the ship through this kind of weird time for the team. But does he have the kind of nuance needed to fix these problems for a defense? I don't know. So we'll see where these defensive numbers go for the Panthers, but definitely something to keep in mind as we get closer to the tournament.